But my balls keep telling me to let me just let me
This is a very special interview shot from The Point. I got, if I'm saying this right, we've been arguing all day. Richard Ruina, is that correct?
Yeah, kind of. You missed the I there. It's like La Ruina.
Ruina. Ruina. And you have that really catchy English accent. Do you descend from the big old boot, as they say?
Yeah, my mum is English and I lived in England for most of my life, but my dad is Italian and so the surname is Italian.
Did you, is that what gives you these special abilities to attract and seduce women, the fact that you're Italian?
No, I'm not. I was always very introverted and I wasn't the typical Italian. They're normally very sociable, they talk a lot and they move a lot and they hug and kiss people all the time. So
you sound like Nick
I wasn't really
DiOrio.
like that.
You sound like a friend of ours, Nick DiOrio. What are your credentials? Why should I listen and read and go to Richard Ruina's websites and get Super Seducer? What makes you an expert on picking up chicks?
Well, it was quite annoying for me in the Super Seducer process because everyone was calling me a self-proclaimed dating guru. And I was like, well, what about these people that give advice on anything? Like, do they put self-proclaimed, before their job title? I mean, it's what I do. It's the thing I've done since 2006. And in terms of all kinds of numbers, people consider me a guru. So there's no qualification for this, but like I've sold lots of books, I've got lots of customers, and
how much? I want to know how often you got laid. How often did you get laid before you became a guru? How was it? Like 100 women? Like where do you at what stage do you get confident enough to give people love advice? I mean, were you good at it?
Yeah, I mean, what made me good as a guru was that I didn't start off good and then I became good. So it was the fact that I could identify with the guys that hadn't had any dates, that screwed everything up, that were very nervous because I was a virgin until I was 21 and I didn't even kiss a girl till I was 21.
Are you kidding me?
It was easy for me to meet a customer I don't do live trainings anymore, but I started doing these one-on-one trainings, and I would meet the guy and he'd have some problem and I'd say, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I had the same problem, blah, blah, blah. And here's what I did to fix it. So, I'm terrified to approach, or I'm talking to her, but I don't make a move and I just end up in the friend zone and she tells me I'm sweet or whatever it is. So that's what made me a good coach. And a lot of guys that I've met through the years that have slept with over 100 or over 1,000 women don't know why it works for them. They're doing, that they just say, just be confident, just be funny, or whatever it is. And that's not useful advice for a guy that is struggling with women.
In 2000, what did you go to school for? Like, what was your initial plan?
I actually wanted to be a primary school teacher when I was 15, 16 years old. Then I got a job around 18 years old. I was doing different temp jobs in offices, and I got a marketing job for a software company, and they offered me full-time work. And then I went to university doing business and marketing, but I quit after 3 months. And I actually didn't get good enough grades to go to a good university in England. I got like C's and D's at high school, so it wasn't enough to really get me into Cambridge or Oxford. And that was a factor of my social life as well. I was depressed and I missed a lot of school and I didn't really care, and it showed in my schoolwork and results. So academically I didn't have much at that time, and then after that, I've tried to compensate by doing lots of courses and reading a lot and trying to learn.
When did things start to turn around for you?
It was all gradually. So it wasn't just like, I didn't get laid, and then bam, supermodels. It was bit by bit, and it was being comfortable around people generally, being good in a one-on-one conversation, being able to talk to strangers, and just gradually starting to feel better about myself.
So basically, what we're seeing is Ruina's mistakes and what worked for you. That's essentially what we're seeing with Super Seducer, correct?
Yeah, essentially, when we come up with a level, we come up with a green line that would work based on our incredible knowledge of seduction, and then we kind of fill in. The orange stuff is like the common mistakes or the things that you might think would be right but aren't in actual fact. And then the red stuff is just all the stupid stuff that people like to choose because it's retarded.
What the fuck is this?
Some of it comes from real situations that you know,
stories you heard.
We know have actually been through.
Yeah.
But some of them are just made up.
Yes, my friend likes to do this, but it doesn't work very often. You received some serious blowback, and even as far as a guy that we managed to kick out of the United States, Piers Morgan, thankfully, he called you a dickhead or something like that on Good Morning Britain, if I'm not mistaken. Like right to your face.
Yeah, he said, "You're a dick, aren't you?" Yeah.
Yeah, he really read you completely wrong. He doesn't know anything about people, does he?
No, but I think that's his thing. You know, he's just like this angry guy. He has to record at 6:30 in the morning every day, so he must get pretty pissed. And that's his thing. You know, it's like Simon Cowell or whatever. They might be
Simon
nice
Cowell's
people
cool.
off there, but that's their personality.
Simon Cowell is cool. He's a cool record.
Yes.
Piers Morgan is a lame-o. And he was probably jealous.
He's nobody, yeah.
Yeah.
You're just peddling like a really dangerous, like stereotypical view of beauty that is just so damaging for women and men.
Complain to Victoria's Secret.